Hello, good evening. Welcome to day 18 of crypto trading. Let's go take a look at the chart. One sec. Okay. So, Bitcoin currently at $64,419. Um, it did drop from yesterday. I analyzed the point in my Spanish stream. The 66,000 mark. I had this Fibonacci traced from a while back, and it looks like it bounced right off of that. So pretty good analysis from me there. We did come back down to about 64,000, 63,000 a little bit too. 63,800 was our lowest point in this recent day, but we're coming back up 64,468 right now. And I don't think I entered here, but I entered in a position yesterday. Let's take a look. And it was in Cardano, and we got a profit there. The previous one I did was in Ripple, which was a loss, unfortunately. That day, the day before yesterday, was a huge day fundamentally for all cryptos. Everything was going up at that time, so I unfortunately lost there for shorting an uptrend in general there. Yesterday, though, things were kind of still up, but kind of calming down a little bit. So took advantage from that for Cardano there and actually made a profit there with my strategy. This is a problem with my strategy, and I kind of want to find a new way to trade this stuff. First off, because I've already explained most of the issues with my strategy. And if you don't know what exactly goes on in my strategy, I'll break it down here for you. The idea is in the 5-minute chart, we use this yellow line here, which is called a volume weighted average price. It's almost like a moving average, but it takes into consideration the volume, which is very important. Because let me put an example this way. Let's say 99 people buy Bitcoin and one person sold Bitcoin. Now, the 99 people that bought Bitcoin, they bought $1 each. But the one person that sold a Bitcoin sold $100 worth of Bitcoin. $100. Obviously, that one person that used $100 has more of an impact on the price than the 99 people that bought $1 by $1 difference, right? So it only took one person to compensate for all those 99 people. That's what the volume is, and that's why I prefer to use that, because it gives you more accurate estimate price description as to where the price is supposed to be. I use this as the fair market value price, and it automatically resets. There's a new anchor point at 12 o'clock p.m. every day, at least for in BingX. I know in other exchanges it might be something different. In TradingView, I think it's like 8 p.m., which for me that would be horrible because I stream around this time, 8 p.m., 9 p.m., so it's not going to be optimal for me. But as you can see, like down here, it's usually around 12 p.m. for BingX, which that's fine by me. This is the trade we entered yesterday in Cardano. Started off right over here in overbought territory. We got confirmation that it started to drop right over here. So I went ahead and entered. I was kind of afraid though because of this 45 cents of Cardano psychological level where it could have reached this level and maybe bounced off, and my stop loss was not far enough, right, to compensate for that. I would have rather my stop loss be above this maximum right over here, so that I would not have to worry about if the price was to come up, like say over here, it would bounce off of this area most likely, and you know, this area is my stop loss right here. It would have likely hit a stop loss, so this would not have been good. But luckily it went the other way instead. It did correct itself and eventually land to the volume weighted average price, the VWAP line, which the way I see it serves like a magnet. So I basically take profit from the market correcting itself, unless of course this can go wrong, and it has gone wrong, especially in Ripple. Ripple's been having a huge day, which we'll talk about soon as well. Like if I short it on one of the positions, the trend is still too strong and it keeps going up, and that eventually hits me with a stop loss. As you can see, it seems like it's almost a 50-50 chance, especially considering the fact that I'm using a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 1, right? I'm risking 100 to gain 100. I mean, you could basically even enter the market just like that without even doing this kind of VWAP analysis and be right half the time, right? 50% of the time you'll be correct. So yeah, I'm going to write this down in my trading workbook that I have, that I note down all of the trades that I do live. You're going to notice some difference here too. I got rid of all this because I'm going to be replacing it with the open price and the close price. This used to be the margin and the leverage. I kind of realized that I really don't need to know how much volume I'm actually, well, like the amount of money I'm putting in and how much I'm multiplying it by. That doesn't help me really that much in any way. So I'm going to be changing that instead to the prices where, you know, at what price did I enter this coin? At what price did I close the position? That would probably give me a better idea that, hey, if I go back and I see that in June 21st, I was trading at these prices and the coin is at those prices or something like that. I don't know. It'll help me to figure something out during my trades. But I still haven't filled this in. That information is still available to me, but it gets deleted off of BingX after like, I think it's 30 days, pretty sure 30 days. So I got to be quick on that because we're in July 17. June 21 was the first trade I ever did. So I got to be quick and fill this in, but I'm not going to fill it in right now in front of you guys. It's going to bore you guys. So I'll do that on my free time. Don't worry. But anyways, the idea is now we have to basically write down the trades that we did. This trade closed, the one that we did in Cardano, it closed on the 16th of July at 11:09 p.m. Pretty late at night, but we still hit a take profit though. Now here is where I'll be including the prices where I opened the position, which would be 45 cents and a couple tiny cents as well, but you don't really need to know that, right? And then this as well. I was going to change all of these to currencies. Yeah, that's good. As long as it shows me a currency, I'm good. And I also have the option, like, if there's smaller coins, like, I don't know, I've traded some meme coins before, like Bonk or Pepe, right? Those are worth like 0.000, like 4 zeros, and then the numbers. I could just change that as well in the Excel by boosting the decimal points like that or backwards. But for something simple like Cardano or Ripple that are only worth a couple of cents, I'm good with keeping it at the base dollar format, something like this, just to make it easier to read. You know, I opened this at 45 and closed it at 44. One thing would just be that I don't know if I'm longing the position or shorting that. I would probably have to indicate that in my comments because I have no room to indicate that over here. But anyways, it's fine. We made $95.47 and paid $5.12 rounded in commissions. I have also been measuring the ADX, the average directional index of the trades that I have been doing. What that means is the strength of the trend should usually start, because, you know, the price becoming overbought means that it's a strong trend that it's going upwards. From there, the trend has to kind of die down, which is measured in the ADX. It's this line at the bottom over here, which you cannot see because I don't know why. Oh, because I have to turn this on. Okay, my bad. Okay, there we go. So it started at 47 when I entered the trade right over here. I remember this is the 5-minute chart. And it ended at 24. You see, so it decreased in strength of the trend, right? The trend strength decreased from 47 to 24. Anything above 25 indicates a very strong trend. So this obviously started off at like from 25 all the way up to 40, 47. And then it dropped to 24. And that's kind of the general pattern I've been noticing with all the trades that I have been doing, that I have been writing down. I'm just going to write it down as well. 47 to 24. It's just so I don't forget. 47, 24. And we hit a take profit. So what I've been trying to say is every time we get a take profit, most of the time at least, it starts off big and goes to a smaller amount because the trend gets weaker. The issue with that is I can't tell the future. I don't know if the trend will indeed get weaker or stronger and continue going against me, right? If it gets weaker, then it goes to its fair value market price, which is the VWAP line. Otherwise, it would go the other way. Somebody outside honking the car. Anyway, I don't even know if the mic picked that up. But yes, this is kind of the thing that I have been noticing. But that's kind of something I've disliked about this strategy. I've made it up the strategy, right? So I only have myself to blame. But I can use my own knowledge as well to find a way to fix it. As I mentioned right back then is that if you flip a coin 50-50, right, you're likely to get heads or tails. Same thing with this. You're likely to hit a stop loss or take profit if you're using risk reward ratio 1-to-1. I've just been lucky enough, I guess, because I started off with 10,000. We're at 10,429. We're like $37 off of our like all-time high, I guess, of the position. We could see that it would be over here, I guess, 10,447. We're at 10,429. So we're just $37.84 of a difference from that. And I've been using this to track everything. June, the month of June started pretty positive. We didn't have too much days, though, but still pretty good. July's been giving us a bit of a negative return, but we're almost caught up again. But my idea was to hopefully make $100 a day, because I feel like that's what a minimum wage worker would get. At least that amount. If I can't even do that, I might as well go to work at McDonald's or something, but that's the idea. Try to get $100 a day. I mean, obviously there's different ways that I could do it, different things that I could try. I mean, I could risk the whole $10,000 balance and maybe duplicate that in one trade, but I could also lose all of that in one trade. So I'm not going to do that, just to keep rolling the channel for content, of course. I don't want to just end it all like that. Maybe on my last stream ever that I'll ever do, I'll probably do something ridiculous like that, but either way, this is all just a demo account. It's not real money, but I'm treating it like it is real money because I plan to use whatever strategy that I can develop and work out in my actual main account that I use. So that's the plan. That's the plan for right now. Okay, let's go back to the graphs here. Successful trade, I'm happy, and it indeed bounced off the 45 level. Try to fight for that breakout, which it managed to do over here at 10 a.m. this morning. And then we had a nice little drop. Volume weighted average price resets over here. I like it better when the VWAP line is horizontal, because that just indicates that the market has been flat. You see that? Something like this. As of right now, price is already coming back down here, so no entry for Cardano today. If I was using my old strategy, I'm going to have to think up of a new strategy that I'll start using again. Let's go back to Bitcoin, see if anything's been changed. Oh, I also have to... Let me just open this up. And we'll get notified if Bitcoin becomes oversold at any point during the time of this stream. I have alerts on my trading view just in case that does happen. Right now, though, we're reaching that fair value market price. Bitcoin 64,349. Yeah, that's the idea of this VWAP line, is that it does serve like a magnet, which is pretty much true. If the market is calm, right, if the trend isn't too strong, market can go up as far as it wants, but eventually it will come back down to this line, which is that's why I really like it. This would have been nice to have entered yesterday. I actually could have entered this, and I just didn't. I think it's because like price was already down here and I missed it. But like I could have entered this trade and price would have eventually hit the yellow line, right? The only bad thing against this as well is like if I was going to enter this trade in a short position, for example, and I put my price, because keep in mind, this does not exist by the time I'm entering the trade. I don't know the future of these candlesticks, right? If we're just looking at the price like this. So I would have to, you know, put my take profit at wherever the yellow line is, which in this case is like about over here. Risk reward 1-to-1. Of course, this doesn't make too much sense when we're going retroactively, but you can see eventually the price does hit this, but first thing that it does when it bounces is that it hits the VWAP line, which has gone up. It follows the market trend, right? The VWAP line is going up instead of, staying straight over here, which it's not good for my strategy as well. That's another reason why I kind of want to change it. And we've done enough trades already, so I think it's reasonable to think of a change to make towards it. But I'll have to figure something out in the meantime. Like I said, I'm going to fill out all the prices of all the other trades I made in the last month. And then from there, I'll have a new one set up, hopefully by tomorrow. It's probably going to have to be in a Spanish stream, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, Bitcoin coming back up for now. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Obviously, I'm going to have to probably see if I change the time frame as well of my trades, or maybe a different indicator. I'm thinking of maybe doing some kind of swing trading kind of deal. Anyways, Bitcoin, no, not Bitcoin. Ethereum is $3,414.74 right now. Did take another dip as well, same as everything else pretty much, taking a little breather after huge pumps on Monday and Tuesday as well. Ripple has been having a huge day today. It is up 7%, 6%, currently dipping down again. Yeah, when the market is like this, for example, for the strategy that I have been using, you see how the VWAP line is like going upwards like this. It's not in a perfectly flat line. So, if I was to enter a trade, it wouldn't likely hit that because the VWAP line is continuously going up. So, not good for me to enter trades when something is going up a lot, right? It's another thing that I've noticed with the strategy that I've been using. Anyways, Ripple is going up because a couple of reasons. Nobody knows the exact reason, but it's mainly because whales are accumulating. The SEC has dropped a lot of charges, or they will resolve whatever case they have open with Ripple, where they have to pay out a couple $1 million or something. Yeah, just news like that. People just suddenly optimistic for Ripple. And here was the other trade I did in Ripple, by the way. See, the VWAP line continuously going up, so that makes my take profit likeliness of getting hit less likely, right? Also, it did give me a bunch of false signals. It told me this was overbought, this was overbought over here, this was overbought, or this was overbought. I entered over here, but it kept becoming overbought and overbought over here until eventually here, this one was the correct signal and eventually came back down to the VWAP line, which by that time the VWAP line was flat. But I was not operating at this time. This was, 12 a.m. pretty much, so I could not have operated that. After that, though, a bigger pump happened. Current price of Ripple is 61 cents. From the 50-something cents we were seeing yesterday, 54 cents, 55 cents. Yeah, it's gone up a lot. It's been at 63 actually, and it just dipped down to 61 again. But yeah, pretty good day for Ripple today. Litecoin is down 2.8% today. The market in general seems to be down a couple percent. Price of Litecoin 72. 72, that's actually really good. I didn't even realize. I haven't looked at Litecoin in a bit, so yeah, $72.12. Very good for Litecoin. It's recovering its way back up. I need to recover a lot more though for my main account. At least above 80. That would be optimal for Litecoin. So they still have a long way to go. This is the highest. 74 this is the highest that they had recently, at least. Cool. Next coin, Cardano, we just looked at. Sorry, Dogecoin is down 3.26% at 12 cents with 34. It's always at around 12 cents, the way I see it. Did it go up at all? Still 12 cents. Still 12 cents, yeah. Yeah, not too big of a price movement for Dogecoin. I feel like it is kind of dying a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. Solana is down 3.27% at $158.32. It was at 163, I remember. Yep. It did take a little dip over here and down to 156 approximately, 155. It's coming back up though. It's at 158 currently. It's entering overbought territory, which is good for me. The VWAP line is looking pretty flat, although we're starting to get a little bit of an up curve right here, and the trend is getting stronger according to the ADX, which is at 33. What I do in these cases is I wait for, well, the RSI is at 69. It has to go above 70, close a candle above 70, and then start a new candle, and that candle has to close under 70, of course. So this one right here doesn't count. We just got a new candle like just now, seconds ago. So this one ended at 68.9. The current one is already at 67, so it's already dipping. It did go above 70 for a little bit, but the idea is that the candle has to close. The candle meaning these little lines, you know what I mean. So we're going to have to wait 4 minutes to see what happens with this candle. If it does continue going up, it will be above 70. And then the next candle after that has to be below the 70 mark on the RSI down here. So not really considered overbought. It was considered that over here, but looks like a false signal because price is still going up, right? And it's higher than it was before, and it's still not considered overbought. Currently, yeah, it's coming up a little bit. So we'll give some time for Solana to go up. Maybe see if we enter one last time with this strategy, because I do like this strategy, but it's just those little flaws that I've been picking out that seem to damage the ideals of it. So yeah, Shiba Inu down 4.85%. Prices at 0. Quadrupled 0, 18. I think it still has to go up more. It's been at 19. Yeah, it definitely has to go up more. 20. It's been at 20. Cool. I need to go above 20. So Shiba Inu still has to go up a lot. Kind of down regardless, according to my indicators here. So we skip it for now. Binance coin, it has been going up a bit as well. Did recover. It's at $574.43, 46 cents. It's down in general though, 1.61%. It was a little higher yesterday. I did make a macro analysis a bit for Binance here. So we started getting these uptrends from the minimums that we had at 454. What is this? Did I make a trade on here? I did. I'm not going in there though. It was probably a winning trade or something. Yeah, it was a winning trade in Binance. I just checked. Okay. So yeah, that was fine. We see this little resistance zone, not a specific level, because, you know, we bounced off around here, around here, around here, and we dipped. And then we came back up and we bounced at this same level over here, as you can see. And I mean, this uptrend is still going strong, right? It bounced off of it over here, over here, over here, a couple touches, and it started around over here. So this one's going pretty strong. And the candle in the 4-hour chart, the green candlestick going up, right? Likely to fight for this zone over here again. We have to see if we break out of this zone in general. This is a $600 mark as well. So breaking above 600 would be pretty huge. We might even, this was the all-time high, I'm pretty sure it's 722. Yeah. 722 all-time high. You know, I'm going to mark it because I'm interested in this. I need my magnet. There we go. So 722.70 was its all-time high. We're still fighting for that 600 zone. We're at 574 right now still, so we just got to wait for that. In the 5-minute chart, we're entering overbought territory. VWAP line is pretty straight, which is good. And yeah, RSI 69 though has not crossed 70. It did over here, but doesn't count. Still going up. So we'll have to wait and see once again. Next, we have Phantom down 2.73% and almost going to enter overbought territory, but not quite there yet. I had an uptrend here that it's kind of destroying. Let me take a look at my macro analysis. Kind of the same thing as we saw for Binance, right? Except that here we don't have any resistance where it's fighting other than this line right over here, which I guess it does serve as a resistance. right? It served as a support over here, over here, over here, broke through the support down here, and now we're climbing back up. Previous supports become resistances, so that happened once and twice over here. And we're currently going for that zone again. So ascending triangle might be something huge about to happen. Not sure. Let me just go to 5-minute chart to make sure that this uptrend is looking very nice. I have it traced over here. So I'm going to put this here. I like to be perfectionist, so I'll put this over here actually. Even though like the further away your points are, the better your uptrend is in general, at least what I've seen. But anyways, still has some space to move up for Phantom before we reach this zone, the 53 cents, currently at 51. I'd like to see it at 60 cents again someday, but not right now. It seems like it is currently dipping, so I don't think we're getting an entry for Phantom. Let's look at Pepe, down 6.47%. Price is 0.0011, 9, almost 12. It was at 12 yesterday, which was huge. Was it even at 13? It was at 13 at one point. Huge spike up. I think the same thing happened with Shiba Inu when it reached quadruple 0.20. This one hit quadruple 0.13. So that's where that is at right now. And in terms of entry, there's no entry right now. RSI levels are not indicating a clear entry. So nothing to do here for Pepe. Toncoin always doing its own thing. However, this time it is kind of down 2.60%. Yeah, no entry regardless. We're under the VWAP line too. And still no entry signals for Toncoin. So that's going to be different. Current price is $7.13. Let me look at, what was it? Solana? We did reach 71 on this candle. And we have 3 minutes for this candle to close. Might be one last potential entry on Solana here. If this candle closes below 70, I'll have to enter at that price. We have 3 minutes before this candle closes. I think I'll go ahead and prepare something like around there. The target that I do, like I said, is at 156. The ADX is at 36, so the chances of 36 dropping down, as long as the trend strength doesn't continue upwards, then I should be good. I'll drop this down to the same volume weighted average price, maybe a little bit higher, like there, like 1 cent higher, because I know this is going to come up a little bit, but I want this to reach my take profit as soon as possible. And risk reward ratio of 1:1 approximately, so that'll be around there. RSI is at 69 and increasing, so don't know if this will close above. If it closes above, we're still not going to enter. We're going to let it be overbought for another 5 minutes. That's the idea, is we have to wait. This Fibonacci 161 on Solana. Let me look at the macro analysis just to get a clear idea of what's been going on. So we did kind of bounce out of this area over here. Although I feel like I do have to recalibrate my Fibonacci levels. No, we don't. We're good. I took it from the maximums that we had on 18th of March down to the minimums over here of the 13th of April. The idea being, you know, where is the price likely to continue its downtrend, I suppose. So yeah, we are looking for, let me go back to 5 minutes. We're looking for a short in the market. So the Fibonacci would help us in this case. Price is still going up, as you can see. So currently RSI is at 72. I'm probably going to have to wait until the next candle, to be honest, because it's still going up here. So no confirmation of us entering this trade yet. Still got a minute for this candle to close. The next one was in Binance Coin. So you know what? I'm going to find Binance Coin. Because it was giving a similar kind of movement. This 69, 69, 67. Actually, no, we don't have an entry for this yet, actually. So we'll just leave it there. Let me take one other look at Litecoin. No, there's nothing for Litecoin. Ripple, I'm not going to enter Ripple today. It's up too much, just fundamentals behind it, so I wouldn't touch it in that case. I'll get this one ready regardless. VST accounts, we're going to short the market. Margin can be whatever it wants to be. I'll keep it 5x. Doesn't really matter. I could use any leverage. As long as my 10,000 is able to cover for whatever volume is required, so that I can gain the $100 at least. Take profit would be 156.40, whatever, we'll put 43. And this to give us 100 approximately, so there you go. The margin's kind of already calculated for you. $1,460 of my 10,000. If we multiply that by 5, my total position will be whatever that multiplication is. And then the price will have to go down a 1.44% to hit my take profit. We just opened the new candle. It's still above 70 overbought on the RSI, so we'll leave it there for a moment until this candle confirms that it closes under. We're getting a bit of red, so that's a good sign, but we don't know for sure. This could still shoot up, so we'll have to wait. And anyways, the idea is once it hits the volume weighted average price, which is my take profit, we'll make 100 and whatever dollars, right? That's the idea of how my risk management works. I'm only risking 1% of the account. 1% of 10,000 is $100 and change, right? Because we're at 10,429. I should be getting $104.29 if we want it to be exact, but it doesn't matter. $108, $107. It's all fine by me. We'll have to wait for this to continue going up, but I will keep an eye on it. I have all of these parameters ready for me. Don't need this for now. Let's move on to the news. What's been going on in the White House? So Joe Biden, he's sick. He said he would consider dropping out of the race if a medical condition was diagnosed by doctors. He just tested positive for COVID-19. So I don't know. Is he going to keep his word to what he said prior to this? He did have some convention to go to, I'm pretty sure. So he's canceled that. He's in isolation. And, you know, just confirmation from himself, right? This is not a fake news. This is a real thing. He said he tested positive for COVID-19 this afternoon. He's feeling good. Thanks, everyone, for the well wishes. It's good that he's feeling fine. He'll be isolating as he recovers. And during this time, he will continue to work to get the job done for the American people. Yeah. On the other hand, President Trump, he's going to be attending the funeral of the 50-year-old Corey Comparator. He's the firefighter who died at the rally when there was the assassination attempt. It's a private funeral, so no worries there. And he's going to be there, which that's a good thing to do. Honestly, the least that he could do. Attend the funeral of the man that died, protecting his family there. Unintentionally, right? The kill was supposed to be for Trump, but I mean, thank God Trump is fine, but it's unfortunate that the man died. But from what I've heard, from what I've read, the other reports is that he was a good father. Everything was good. Hopefully he's up in heaven or something. On the other side of the world, Putin, he's actually proposing digital currencies in Russia. So I spoke about this briefly, I think, yesterday, where BRICS in general, so Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, they're planning to use crypto as their means of payment, because the idea of BRICS is to separate themselves, isolate yourself, independentize yourself from the United States, right? United States trading, United States dollar, US dollar. They think that it's no value to the US dollar and they want to use something else. They're likely going to be using Bitcoin. There's actually a lot of crypto mining in Russia, right? But it actually accounts for 1.5% of total energy consumption nationwide, which I assume is a lot for a big country like Russia. So, yeah, it moves in line with BRICS potential strategies that may be influenced by U.S. president's crypto-friendly stance. Wait, which U.S. president? Is he talking about Biden? I don't think Biden is pro-crypto. It's probably Trump, because I've heard Trump is pro-crypto now. He's going to the Bitcoin conference end of this month. And his vice president that he elected, J.D. Vance, he apparently is pro-Bitcoin, pro-crypto as well. So that's good news if Republicans win, I think. Next is, yeah, the cryptocurrency warning. Here's just a full article if you want to read all that. It's odd, though, because Trump is picking, like, pro-Bitcoin people and then anti-Bitcoin people. if he gets elected, he says he's going to choose Jamie Dimon for the head of the US Treasury, which is like, what? Because this guy has always hated Bitcoin. He's the CEO of JP Morgan, a big bank in the United States. Um, just for context, if you don't know. And I don't know, Trump thinks he's going to be using him for the US Treasury, a guy that hates Bitcoin, crypto. He says that that's garbage and whatever. But it's strange though, because JP Morgan's always providing analysis on crypto. And yeah, here's what he says. I'm not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which are not money, and whose value is highly volatile and based on thin air. This is apparently something that Trump did say back in 2019 on a tweet. But now he's changed. He's changed as well, right? Likely, I mean, everybody was kind of anti-crypto back then. Trump, right? Even J.D. Vance, the vice president that's going to be with Trump, he was apparently anti-Trump back then as well. But now, obviously, he's changed his views and he's now working with Trump. He has Bitcoin. He has crypto. JP Morgan guy, maybe this guy changed his mind. The BlackRock CEO was endorsing crypto, endorsing Bitcoin. Like, he's only buying Bitcoin, the CEO of BlackRock, right? Like, he used to not understand it, not like it. But now he loves it, and he's the one that most buys Bitcoin out of all the ETF companies, all the funds. So, yeah, there's that. Anyways. Wait, who is this he? Yeah, Demon. Okay. He believes in the real currency, the US dollar, of course. Well, I mean, that's fair, but come on, you can't say that crypto is worthless as well. It will have its real world use cases, as it already does. It's getting ETFs, it's getting accepted everywhere. You know, it's here to stay essentially. Some news to scare you guys is that, well, not really. This is actually kind of good news. 36% of Mt. Gox's Bitcoin. Hang on, before I even read this, let me look at Solana. Okay, I need to see. So this one closed at 70. We're currently at 67. I think it's a good time to enter. 156 with 45. So like that. And a bit more money there. 105. Let's shorten now. I think we're safe to shorten now. We're under the RSI levels. I know we have 2 more minutes, but I'm not going to be paying too much attention to this. I'm putting the take profit at the VWAP line right there, and I just have to figure out the stop loss level, which if we just drag this to 1-to-1, we can figure out that it's at 160 with 41, which is actually pretty excellent, because the price has to cross 160 in order for it to hit our stop loss, if you know what I'm saying. Here, let me show you. 160. It has to break through that red zone, right? This red line, sorry, not the red zone. The red zone is my stop levels. But yeah, it has to break through this, and what is likely is that, you know, price might come up here, and people will be like, oh, it's hitting 160, I'll take my profits or something. Or sometimes it doesn't even hit that specific point, right? So it's likely that it won't break through that. It's going to take some effort to break through that, and will likely drop down to what I'm hoping is this stays kind of flat, the VWAP line. So that's my idea for now. And if it does indeed break through the 160 level, people will start accumulating more. It's at 161 now. Everybody's going to start buying and buying. And this could go up to like, I don't know, 165. Next Fibonacci is 173, but it's not going to go that far up. But yeah, it could go up to the 160, or above 160, people will just continue buying it. So I'd rather cut my losses there. I'll accept the lose and accept the loss. Right now, though, this is a bit scary. The RSI is at 70. Probably should not have entered. Okay, it's dipping. Just close below 60, below 70, and we're good. We've got about 40 seconds. I think we'll be fine, though. Anyways, that's my little projection for you guys. Let's see how that plays out. We've already entered. Oh, I didn't put my stop though. I'll do that now. Add stop loss. It's 160.4185. So we either, well, we make 101 or we lose 107. Why? I probably didn't put this target level properly. Oh, the entry price is also set different. Let me just change. Entry price is that. Yeah, see, this is not 1-to-1 anymore, so I'll have to readjust the levels. I'll have to drop it a little bit. Okay, so it's going to be 160 point... Okay, let me delete this. Cancel, thank you. So it's 160.2990. That's our stop loss. There you go. 101. We make 101 or we lose 101. That's a perfect 1-to-1 ratio. Almost perfect. But you get the idea. We're in negative territory, so whatever. It's going to take a while, though. It all takes patience. You can't rush art. Back to this. So Mt. Gox is giving people their Bitcoin back. Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, an exchange that existed 10 years ago that got hacked or bankrupt or lost their crypto. I don't remember. I wasn't alive back then. But they're giving it back to the people. They've already given back 36% of what they were supposed to distribute so far. And look at where Bitcoin is right now. Kind of unfazed, right? A little bit of dips over here and over here, but in general, like, this is after Germany's last sell, like, over here. Bitcoin has just been going up very, very strong, and it's still going up right now, 64,500. We started at 400 in this stream. So, I mean, it's going strong, right? It seems like this kind of... There's two things. People don't care anymore that other people are selling. Like, these could be whales, right? That's why you see the whales. Whales have a lot of money because they, back then, Bitcoin was not even worth 1,000. So people would buy like 100 Bitcoin, right? Which right now is worth millions. So yeah, like, people that are getting this money back, well, their Bitcoin back, they're either holding on to it still, they're not selling, or the ones that are selling, like, there's more buying being done to balance that out. It's not really having an impact on the price as Germany did. And keep in mind, Mt. Gox is almost 3 times the size of Germany, what Germany had when they were selling. They had $50,000, and this trustee holds 141,000, not dollars, sorry, Bitcoin. Germany had 50,000 Bitcoin, Mt. Gox has 141,000 Bitcoin. So almost 3 times the amount. And 36% of it has already been refunded, so we're almost halfway there. And, you know, the price of Bitcoin, not that impacted, right? Maybe, yeah, a bit of a dipping here, but this is normal correction. Bounce off of Fibonacci level 66,100. That's also fine. But still, like, I think this is good because it's not impacting the price too much, right? I don't think I hope at least we don't dip under the 60,000. I mean, even if we do, it'll be fine for a good DCA opportunity, dollar cost average. You know, you buy in smaller amounts at different levels down here, whichever key levels you see more convenient. Because yeah, of course, price cannot always go up forever, but I mean, you're never going to see Bitcoin 40,000 ever again, I don't think. Like, the lowest it dipped was 53,000. Resistance over here. And then from there it shot up. We did have our dips, but we're already back up here, like, that fast, which is impressive. Sorry for all these lines if they look too confusing, but yeah, that's how it's going so far. Which is good. Good news. Spot Bitcoin ETF inflows surge. That's another thing, is that, so if the Mt. Gox people, if they do sell, who's going to buy? It's the Bitcoin funds, right? The ETFs, BlackRock, Grayscale, ARK, VanEck, and other irrelevant companies. They will actually buy a lot of Bitcoin. Well, maybe not Grayscale. Grayscale usually sells, but overall, there's always inflows of Bitcoin happening, right? Although it did see struggle at the 65,000 mark where it currently is. Well, it's at 64,600. Oh, 600 already. Yeah, and also it did bounce off the 65,000 mark as well. So we have that. And just proof that it was not fake news. Biden actually does have COVID. And yeah, that's all I have for news for today. Apparently, what's this guy's name? The Ethereum guy, Vitalik. He's pro Biden and he is pro vaccines. But anyways, that's irrelevant. Doesn't really have an impact on the price. Yeah, let me go to my watch list to take a general look. These are the coins I do care about, kind of. And yeah, overall the market is down except for Ripple. Ripple has been going up. Let's see if we can find any news, any other news about Ripple. Altcoin interest is rising. Yeah, increased altcoin interest. So people are liking the altcoins again. Just a couple, maybe a month ago, a couple weeks ago maybe, all the altcoins dipped super hard. Like Bitcoin only dropped 5% and the other altcoins were down like 20%. Like it was crazy one time. Moonbag again, that's just scam or something. Ripple, let me see here if we have any news. Crucial Bitcoin breakthrough ahead of 70,000. Okay, Solana's next resistance revealed. XRP $1 rally. Oh, okay, that'll be interesting. We're at 61 cents. Maybe $1 is possible. Is the target realistic? Yeah, I mean, maybe. XRP's impressive 50% rally is clearly bringing out the possibility of a $1 mark appearing on our screen in the foreseeable future. The asset has gained some serious momentum and might gain even more amid the global market turnaround. That's pretty interesting for Ripple. Let me just go back to Solana. We're down $6, $3, $6. I have to go to 5 minutes just to keep this on our watch for now. It's at 68. It's kind of coming down. Did I buy it over here? That's very low. I guess I was kind of waiting for confirmation. Maybe this was a false signal and it's gonna screw me over. But at least I'm happy with this resistance at the 160 level for Solana. What else is there? Lately, XRP has been soaring. Get out. Get out. Okay. Effortlessly surmounting numerous barriers. The asset's bullish outlook is reinforced by the recent spike in trading volume. Yeah, so a lot of whales is the idea. $1 level is the next significant psychological target for XRP, which is presently trading at 61 cents. Reaching this benchmark would be important for the XRP community and might indicate a robust comeback following an extended phase of consolidation. That's true. It has been very flat, the price of Ripple. It's been around the 40s, the 50s. Right now we're in the 60s. I do remember the 70s a little bit, but I don't remember the $1 marks. That's been a very long time ago. And actually, there might have been a big spike where it did reach $1 one time. It's at this spike. It was this year, I remember. It's this one, 96. No, this was July 2023. November. Okay, this was a spike I remember from this year in March. It only reached 70 cents. That's what I remember. $1 though, we haven't even seen that in July 2023. It was probably just a $3 all-time high in 2021, which is... Wait, 196. What year was this? 2021? Did it reach higher before? Let me just look at another Ripple chart because I'm using... well, what is this? Okay, well... Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. XRP USDT from Binance. Okay, Binance will probably have a better chart. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. 196. And then 2018. Okay, no, we never reached $3. I'm probably thinking of Canadian dollars then. Or maybe I'm thinking of Cardano. I'm probably thinking of Cardano, actually. I'm mixing up the two. But anyways, 196 was the all-time high for Ripple in 2021. I remember that. And then we had this long time of being down here. A little boost over here in 2023. But still, we stay down here. And now we're kind of coming back up right now. So that's bringing a bit of optimism. People are hoping to break the $1 mark, which is over here. I'm not sure exactly how possible that might be. But let's continue reading what this news says. Altcoins like XRP are profiting from the general market upswing, as long as Bitcoin and Ethereum continue to demonstrate strength. of course, we know that Ethereum, sorry, is getting its ETFs. Um, I'm pretty sure they'll go live next Tuesday. That'll be the 23rd of July. So that'll be very bullish for Ethereum. It's going to push the whole market in general up. So look out for next week. Not immediately, though. I'm not sure if that'll take effect immediately because most of it has already been reflected on the price, right? We got the ETF rumors and that boosted the price of Ethereum from 3,000 to 3,800 in one day or something like that. So, you know, you can never be too sure about it. Altcoins, and also working in XRP's favor are technical indicators. It's crossed above the 200 moving day average, 200-day moving average, okay, which is a cursor resistance level and frequently indicates a bullish trend. That's true. So the technical levels of this, it's gone above the red line, is what it's saying in the daily chart. So the daily one, I have the red line set to my 200 moving average, right? Where it just takes the previous 200 candles, in this case, the 200 days, because each day is a candle, and it averages the price out. That was at 54 cents, and it crossed that. It's at 61 right now, so that's why people are very bullish right now. So I agree with that sentiment. Bitcoin, Solana, okay, what is Solana? Major resistance level at approximately $173. Let me take a look at that. I do have that marked, actually. $173.06. That's my Fibonacci level, which I agree with that. Did they use Fibonacci as well? How did they figure this out? Okay, it's above the 50 moving day average as well for Solana. Resistance will be found at 173. I agree with that. I do have that reflected on my chart as well. It's resulted in consolidation or a retracement. In order to potentially reach the next psychological level of $200, it will need to overcome the resistance to see additional gains, which I'm pretty sure will happen. We do have the Solana ETFs rumored coming out soon, so that'll be good. Nonetheless, a number of variables may affect Solana's capacity to continue growing. Well, we'll have to see. I really don't see anything that's going to hold it back for a while, other than just, you know, general news, war, or if Bitcoin drops, everything will drop. Kind of that same ideal. But we did reach the 161 level approximately, 163 even, right? So 173, 10 more dollars, that's perfectly doable. It was at 127, 121 actually. And, you know, now it's at 158, 160 almost. I love how I'm talking about Solana has to go up, when in reality I need Solana to go down so I could win on this trade. But we're currently negative $21. So it's a fifth of the way of reaching that level. But like I said, 160 is like a small short time resistance psychological level, right? So likely bounce from that if worst comes to worst. Right now, we're still in the overbought territory on the RSI. I blame this level right here. We had a 68 RSI candle close, which signified the entry point for me. So, yeah, I blame that, to be honest. But anyways, Doji candle right now, potential uncertainty. Okay, no, we're going up. We're going up in general. But yeah, that's all I have for market analysis for crypto trading day 18. I will have to come up with a new strategy. Like I said, I will be filling out the Excel spreadsheet with the new prices probably right now. I have not much else to do. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow, I think, in Spanish. Nos vemos mañana. Bye.